what this is about is the lesson plan about corduroy, which is what it is, page 6, day 11, culminating activity where they write a fictional story about friendship using a story map or graphic organizer. Now, if instead of the lesson plan, you're looking at the corduroy HLT 3-part objective, keeping in mind this column is the graded assignment. Second page, day 11 again, they should be graded on a rough draft. On page 4, where you get your materials on day 11, there is this link, which will get you nowhere, but that is what this is about.
Actually, we'll have a link that works, and that'll bring you to something like this, or 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 this. But what it all boils down to is this. 10 parts. There is a place for a problem and a solution, each followed by a place for character feelings, 3 places for dialogue, an opening super sentence that tells who, what, where, and when, a setting sentence, and a character sentence. The nice thing about an organizer is that you can jump around. Here's a general example. You can start wherever you want. Suddenly, something terrible happened. Just then, out of nowhere, everything was better. One or both characters felt bad. Both characters felt good. 2 characters were doing something at a time in a place. The setting was describable. The characters in their relationship were describable. One character said this about that while doing something at the same time. Suddenly, something terrible happened. One or both characters felt bad. One character said this is terrible while doing something at the same time. Just then, out of nowhere, everything was better. Both characters felt good. While doing something, one character said this is better. I like to use icons to show the part, so I can put it on the wall. You have a feeling icon, and a problem icon, and a solution icon, character, setting, and opening. And that's it. Here's a more specific example. One spring morning, Jack and Jill were climbing up a hill to get a bucket of water. The hill was steep and high, and they were almost to the top. Jack and Jill were co-workers. They had been looking forward to this journey for weeks. "We're almost there," said Jill as she put the heavy bucket down to rest for a minute. Suddenly, the entire hill just disappeared. They were hanging in midair, about to start falling. Jack freaked out. He was terrified. "The hill is gone, and we are about to fall," he screamed, as if Jill had not noticed the situation. Just then, out of nowhere, the hill was back. Jack and Jill were both filled with gratitude for the land beneath their feet. "Let's just pretend that never happened," said Jack. Jill nodded with wide eyes, and they continued up the hill, not yet realizing that they no longer had the bucket. So, how do students prepare for this organizer? Well, before they begin, the students should know in their head the problem they want in their story and the solution. They should be able to share it verbally. They should decide on a couple of characters. And finally, decide on what normal thing is happening when the problem occurs. For some reason, this usually proves to be the hardest part. If you prefer to see these thoughts, you can use a pre-organizer like this. I'll use it to demonstrate my thought process for the corduroy assignment. The genre is fiction. The theme or topic is friendship. Being this is a short story, my problem will be that a set of already established friends get separated. And the solution will be that the friends get together again. For the characters, I'm only going to have 2. One will be human and one will be non-human, in order to make the personification a little easier. It could be a dog, or a cat, or a hamster, or a fish, or a doll, or a toy, or a journal. A journal. I like that. That means the other one would be a girl, probably about 11 years old. We'll call her Jenny. Jenny's journal we'll call JJ. Let's go back to the problem and decide how they get separated. Maybe the journal gets stolen, or misplaced, or ruined, or lost. Lost, I like that. She dropped the journal in a puddle. Yeah, this all feels good. In the end, Jenny finds the journal, of course. The setting, we'll put them at the bus stop. In the rain, of course, because we're dropping it in a puddle. And we'll make it Monday morning. So I feel pretty ready for the organizer now. All I need to do is figure out what they were doing when the problem happened. I can do this on the back. So this down here is for a whole different video. So I'll just make it disappear, so I can make it bigger. What's happening just before the problem is they're waiting for the bus. Where is it? The bus stop. When is it? Monday morning. Who was doing it? Jenny and JJ. What were they doing? Waiting for the bus. Now we can use these 4 answers to make a super sentence. It was Monday morning. Jenny and JJ were on the corner waiting for the bus. And we can take that sentence and apply it right to our organizer. Now, I will read my example corduroy assignment story. The editing and revising will flash before your eyes and is meant for pausing if you really want to study it.
Jenny and JJ were on the corner waiting for the school bus one rainy Monday morning. The thunder clapped and the wind blew under the dark sky as Peggy tried to keep JJ dry under her umbrella. JJ was Jenny's journal. She had been the keeper of Jenny's deepest thoughts for many years, and Jenny took JJ everywhere she went. "Here comes the bus," announced Jenny as she carefully put JJ back in her book bag. Just then, the bus stopped and opened the door right in front of a big puddle. As Jenny jumped over it, JJ fell out of the book bag and into the water. The door closed and the bus left. JJ was cold, wet, and alone for the first time in her life. She was worried she would never see Jenny again, and was afraid that no one could ever love a wet journal. "Jenny always checks to make sure I am safe," thought JJ as she watched the bus get further away. "I hope she checks soon." Suddenly, the bus came to a halt at the next corner. Jenny bounced off the bus and raced back to the puddle. Jenny lifted JJ from the water and hugged her tightly with her warm, dry arms. They both felt relieved. "Don't worry," whispered Jenny. "I will dry you up good as new. After all, we have a lot to write about now." She slipped JJ inside her coat and started for the bus, just as the clouds parted to reveal the beautiful sunrise.